Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. This one is going to have a little bit more of a somber tone to it, and it stems off the back of Blokes Night that we had last night at the gym. So basically, as the name suggested, we had a blokes only night down there, and that was just to try to make sure that men know that they aren't alone in their fight. And for the gym owner and gym owner and one of the trainers were there, so Brock and Juzzy, thank you for your kind words. Thank you for facilitating such a beautiful bloody night, and for being able to hold space for blokes like that. That is so damn important in today's day and age. The issue that we have, and I've mentioned this many times, and we'll talk about this until I'm black and blue in the face, but the issue that we have, particularly as men, is we are trained by society to not share our emotions, particularly our negative emotions. But even the good ones, we are trained not to share. You know, we're trained not to almost brag about our own happiness and our own gratitude and our own positive energy that's going out into the world. We are taught to suppress our emotions because, for whatever reason, we need to be these providers. We need to be the rocks. We need to be the warrior on the battlefield. But we aren't warriors all the time. So we do not need to be so closed off and withdrawn about our own emotions and our own feelings. This is a topic that I'm particularly passionate about, simply because of my own struggles and my own hurdles and my own challenges that I've had to overcome in my life. And because of all of those things, I know what it's like to be broken. I know what it's like to be on rock bottom. Because of that, now that I've pulled myself from being on rock bottom, if I can use the tools that I have acquired in my struggles to assist others to either prevent them from hitting rock bottom, or if they have hit rock bottom, to offer them a hand to pull them out of their hole, or give them the tools and give them the strength for them to be able to pull themselves out of that hole. Men and women, please, not that there's probably many women listeners on here, but if there are, this does not exclude you. But I talk about this particularly about men because I am obviously a bloke, but it is particularly rampant within men in modern day society. The suicide rates are far too high for blokes, and that is absolutely atrocious. And we have failed our men in so many ways as a society, and the continued pressure that we feel to almost have the need to wake up and apologize in this society simply because of our own existence. This world is brandishing men with such a bad and negative light that it is difficult for men to exist within themselves and to truly be happy within themselves, because there is this pressure from society that, once again, makes us wake up and feel like we need to apologize to the world because we are men, because of our own existence. And the psychological trauma that wreaks havoc into our brains is just It is absolutely heartbreaking, and I see it time and time again through all the mentoring, coaching, training, just lending a listening bloody ear. I hear it, and it is so prevalent within our society, and that breaks my heart. So I am here to tell you that, men, it's okay to be a man. It's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It is okay for you to be true to your own feelings and be honest with yourself and those around you about how you are feeling. If you don't share your story, if you don't speak about the things that are going on inside you, if you don't deal with them, then unfortunately the path that is going to lead you down is one of ultimate treachery and demise. We are men. We are put on this earth to protect others. But we cannot protect others if we do not protect ourselves. If we aren't strong within ourselves, we cannot be strong for others in their times of need. We do need to be warriors, but warriors also know the term that is to be meek. Now, meek is not about being soft. Meek is knowing when to keep your sword sheathed and when to draw your sword. And there's a biblical scripture that says the meek will rule the world. Know when to be strong. Know when you are needed to be the protector of your family, of those who you love, or of yourself. But also know when to keep that sword sheathed, when to remove those barriers and to let people in and talk about the battles that we have going on inside of us. Because often those battles inside of us are the ones that are the most difficult, the ones that are the most challenging. And if we don't deal with those battles, then eventually we're ultimately going to lose them. And that loss, unfortunately, means a loss of life for a lot of people. I've battled with my own suicide, my own depression, and my own anxiety for a very long time. And it is only until recent times when I've learnt to discuss and be open and honest about my emotions and my feelings and these energies that fly around in my body, that I have learnt how to deal and process with it all. Sharing my vulnerabilities with those who are close to me, or a professional, or anybody who is able to have the capacity to lend an ear. My life coach, I've shared my struggles with him. My mentors, I've shared my struggles with them. It is so bloody important for us to share what is going on inside of us. If you do not let that energy out of you, then it's going to be built up inside of you. And the damage that will cause is catastrophic. It's going to be catastrophic to your own life, but it's going to be catastrophic to those around you, because you have all of these repressed emotions that are going to manifest in very ugly ways. And believe me, I have seen them come out of me in very ugly ways. I have damaged the relationships in my life because of my own anxiety, of my own depression. I've damaged my own life because of my anxiety, of my own depression, and my inability to deal with these things. You are so infinitely strong that you have the power to do anything in this world. But again, for whatever reason, within our society, we are trained not to be able to harness that power. And that power comes from being soft and vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a weakness. Vulnerability is ultimate strength. Use that vulnerability. Share your story. Share how you are hurting, why you are hurting. Express those feelings. Talk about it. Journal about it. Whatever it takes. Express those feelings, because if you do not express those feelings, if you do not communicate them, you are unable to process them. And I have heard enough stories nowadays of suicide within our community, within people who are seeking a permanent answer to a temporary problem. I believe in you. I believe in the strength that you have to make it through this. You would not have these hurdles and challenges if you did not have the strength to make it through. Now you just need to accept your own strength. You need to accept the warrior within you and face these challenges head on. I know it's not going to be easy, and it's very likely going to be more difficult when you start than what it is right now, because it is uncomfortable, because it is going against what you have been told as a man within this world. And as a bloke, we are needed within society. We are important. Our existence is important. Your existence is important. Heed my call. Seek help. Seek support. Seek the ability to communicate your own feelings and vulnerabilities. There is absolute strength within that. I want to share with you guys a poem that has resonated with me since I first saw the movie Coach Carter. And this it explains my existence perfectly. And this is from a poem that was written in the 1900s. I can't remember who it was by, but it is paraphrased a little bit, and I'm going to try and quote this off my head. So we'll see how we go. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking down so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. And as you are liberated from your fears, you are unconsciously liberating others. I've forgotten the rest now. Anyway, I'll re-record that and I'll post that up onto the reels, but you get the idea. You are light. There is darkness within you, but if you can embrace that darkness, then you are going to be that warrior. And you will learn the ability of meekness. That's it for now, guys. If this has raised any issues or concerns for you, please reach out to me. Please reach out to those around you. Please reach out for support. I don't want to hear of another suicide. I know I will, but I will do everything in my power to ensure that I help and support as many people as I can, because that is a wasted life. Don't let the darkness overtake you. Your light is powerful. Let it shine. And as you let that shine, you're going to liberate others into their own light and allow them to shine as well. Thank you for tuning in. I love you all, and I believe in you. As always, much love and namaste.